I just streamed for 5 hours. XRP won the lawsuit. That's it. Ripple literally won the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. You don't understand what I say. Ripple won the lawsuit. Ripple, yeah, you know Ripple, the company, you know, that's been in a lawsuit with the SEC for like 2.5 years. They won. I'm going to say it again. Ripple won the lawsuit, all right? XRP, that crypto, not a security. It's over. We waited for so many years. Ripple won. Yeah. Coinbase is relisting. Kraken relisted. Gemini is talking about relisting it. iTrust is relisting it. Basically, every crypto exchange is relisting it. If you go over to my Twitter, you'll see, you know, Kraken here coming in saying, hey, we're relisting. Coinbase saying they're going to launch it up in about 45 minutes. And XRP is back in the top 4. Not sure if you guys can see it perfectly, but yeah, you can see the market cap is doing pretty significant. It's up 73% today. Doing pretty juicy. And again, we've been streaming for like the last 5 or so hours. And I thought, let me just quickly give a video out for everybody that's not really willing to watch for so many hours to get all the updates. Basically, the judge said that Ripple's sales on the institutional level, yeah, those were investment contracts because Ripple sold XRP to companies where those companies expected Ripple to increase the value of XRP. But basically, right, every other sale, every other transfer of XRP is fine. So that marks for us that secondary sales are fine, exchanges can relist, and everybody is just fine. There are some parts which are going to trial, mostly regarding Garlinghouse and Larson's XRP sales. They do not constitute investment contracts as of this time, but the exact details of it have to be figured out at trial. But yeah, like I said, Kraken relisting, every exchange is relisting it right now as we speak. And the SEC tried to swing it all in their favor. We're going to cover the SEC side first, then Ripple side and the more real side of things. We always know the SEC likes to twist things in a little bit of a dark narrative. We are pleased that the court found that XRP tokens were offered and sold by Ripple as investment contracts in violation of the securities laws in certain circumstances. The court agreed with the SEC that the Howey test governs the securities analysis of crypto transactions and rejected Ripple's made-up test as to what constitutes an investment contract, instead emphasizing that Howey and subsequent cases have held that a variety of tangible and intangible assets can serve as the subject of an investment contract. Further, the court rejected Ripple's fair notice argument, noting that the Howey test is clear and that claiming ignorance is not a defense, violating the securities laws, will continue to review this decision. And obviously, if you read that, you get a little bit depressed because of the wording. But in reality, all the big names in crypto, every single person that means something basically, has spoken out about the situation and has explained just how exciting this is for Ripple. Brad coming in to explain the situation as well. You can see it right here. He's retweeting Tom Emmer, who's also been extremely excited about it. Ripple case is monumental development establishing that a token is separate and now distinct from an investment contract. It may or may not be part of. Let's not make it law. And he's trying to get this to be made the official law because, well, it's quite important. Most important part of the ruling was XRP as a digital token is not in and of itself a contract, transaction, or scheme that embodies the Howey requirements of an investment contract, basically meaning the SEC doesn't really have even jurisdiction over that. This is now a matter of law, which is not up for trial. No, it's not. And Brad said, seeing some confusion on what the court's decision actually means. Yeah, the moment it came out, there was a lot of confusion in the markets. Nobody understood it. But here's the rundown. A huge win today. As a matter of law, XRP is not a security. By the way, in a couple hours, I'm going to be live streaming again. Make sure you press that like button right now. It's one of the most exciting times ever. I'm not like screaming and shouting because first of all, it's like 4 a.m. I've been streaming for 5 hours. But also, I've had so much joy in the last couple of hours. I've not been this happy in so long that it makes you not know how to act, I think. It's like you've been waiting for something in anticipation for so many years. And when the result actually comes out, you are so extremely excited and happy that you don't express it in the same way as you would if you were moderately happy. You know what I mean? It's something I've been so excited for so long that it's just not showing the same way as I would have if it was just a normal casual thing. So the only thing the court found constitutes an investment contract, and I like the way that they're just honest and open about it, is past direct XRP sales to institutional clients. There will be further court proceedings only on these institutional sales per the court's order. My absolute gratitude to the teams that have been working tirelessly on this matter over the few years. The judge's decision affirms so much of what this industry is fighting for and shows that the SEC does not have unbounded jurisdiction over crypto. Maybe we can now start a rational conversation about crypto regulation in this country. As once more, a huge win today. As a matter of law, XRP is not a security. Also a matter of law, sales on exchanges are not securities. Sales by executives are not securities. Other XRP distributions to developers, to charities, to employees are not securities. Now, Jeremy was a little bit more specific about it. He actually went over every single point. That makes it a little bit more nuanced to understand why there was so much confusion at the start, because both sides had some wins. If you take a look at James Filan's original tweet, you'd notice, okay, all right, he said, part of it is denied, part of it is affirmed. What does it all mean? And Jeremy broke that down. Let me quickly show you guys. So we already saw about the most important decision. He basically said the judge issued a ruling. The court shall issue a separate order setting a trial date for the and related pre-trial deadlines in due course. So that's going to come out. The court does not address whether secondary market sales of XRP are securities. And if you then go ahead and check the actual Dropbox, which you can do, by looking over on Twitter, you'll notice that in this conclusion, all the way at the bottom, it gets pretty freaking confusing. It takes a little bit of time to scroll. It says okay, a part of the SEC's motion is granted as to institutional sales and otherwise denied. Defendant's motion is granted as to programmatic sales and the other distributions in Larson's Garlinghouse's sales, and denied on institutional, which again, I understand now, but at the start it was confusing, and Jeremy broke it down really nicely. So Judge Therese ended up splitting the baby. Yeah, she finds that institutional sales basically worth $730 million. Yeah, those were investment contracts. She also finds, however, that a lot of the other sales, so like every other sale really for that matter, the programmatic sales do not satisfy the third prong of Howey. No reasonable expectation of profit. Congrats to you 75,000 XP holders. That's about 750 mil worth. Ripple wins that. No other sales are really securities. Well, because basically the other sales were not really sales in the concept and don't fit the first prong of Howey. Another $600 million on Ripple's win. She does not adopt the investment contract requires a contract, which is not nice for Ripple because in a certain way she actually does, but yeah. She also does not allow the fair notice defense to proceed to trial, which is also not so nice for Ripple. As expected, the individual defendants' issues will go to trial, and she does not address secondary market sales, but she basically did do that because most of the XRP out in the world are not securities. And so with a fungible token, it's not logically possible that any one XRP token is inherently a security. Therefore, secondary market sales are not unlawful sales. Tell me if you disagree. And in conclusion, congrats to you. Ripple will appeal probably, but it will be absolutely fine and it will survive, right? Even if the SEC appeals any decision. This is what I love about the law. The judge arrived about where we thought it would be and hoped, but she took a completely different role and path and whatever. Thanks for going on this journey with me. All I'll say is to make sure this is quick. Guys, thank you all for sticking around. This whole journey, 2.5 years of covering this lawsuit nearly every single day. We've been talking about XRP every single day for so many years. It's strange that it's over. It's a weird feeling. It's really strange. It's one of the craziest things I've witnessed in a good while. Again, I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm going to cover everything that's happened throughout the night. And if there's anything crazy, I'll update you as soon as possible. But this once more shows just how important it was for everybody to have the notification on. I started the live stream while I was on the freaking toilet. I was peeing because I wanted to get the live stream out as soon as possible. I saw the news the moment that it dropped because I have my notification on for everything. But after 10 minutes of it being confirmed, basically, I had everything set up. I started streaming, giving you guys all the information. I just want to quickly say thanks to everybody who was notified. Had the notification on. I can kind of say thanks, and also I'm saying back to you, congratulations for being there, the moment it happened. Everybody who was with me here, we traded so freaking properly. It's insane even. Anybody who was watching the stream basically got to open a trade at 60, something like that cents or so. And you saw me actually live trading. I was trading the whole time. I told you every single time I was buying, we made hundreds of percents of profit. So anybody that put in $1,000, if you didn't get at least $5,000 out, that's because you didn't want to sell, which is fine, but you could have, because I literally was telling you guys every time that I was buying, and I was buying more and more and more, and we were in so many hundreds of percent of profit. Point being, what the frick just happened, right? Can you guys just imagine that Ripple just finished this lawsuit and we're just sitting here talking to one another? What in the world, man? Yeah. Enjoy your day. It's the craziest day in years. It's finally over. Congratulations for making it through. And you know what they say. Things will only get better from here. We're a family. So I'll see you again tomorrow. All right? Which for me is later today in like 4 hours or so. 5 hours. In another live stream. Oh, what a day. This is insane.